All right, man. Brad Holmes says that the Detroit Lions have given um, Jared Goff the tools to succeed this offseason after saying that he wasn't going to carry the scale last offseason for Jared Goff for lack of weapons, right? Which that's a lie. You're going to believe nothing that the Lions say. Lions always trying to do a 22 fake out. That's what they think is. They so secretive about my lips. They so secretive on, excuse me, how they move. Um, that's the funny thing about it. They move like the Secret Service, but they lose, like the little giants before they beat them, before they got good. And that's just the honest truth. So that's what I really don't understand. I just continue not to understand what they true aim is. Shout out to DetroitSportsNation.com. Detroit Lions GM Brad Holmes says Jared Goff is set up for success. He says, as we get closer and closer to the start of the 22 season, the chatter has started to heat up uh, ahead that this would be a make or break season for Detroit Lions quarterback Jared Goff. Goff has looked solid so far during training camp. He has flawless lists in his only preseason appearance against the Atlanta Falcons. His only incompletion was a drop. In his first season with the Lions, Goff struggled out the gates, but to be honest, he did not exactly have much to work with on the offensive side of the ball. That being said, the Lions made some moves during the offseason that, coupled with some players returning from injury, giving Goff plenty of options. Detroit Lions GM Brad Holmes says Jared Goff is set up for success. Detroit Lions general manager Brad Holmes does not want to say no excuse for Jared Goff, but he does think he's set up for success. Here's what Holmes had to say during a recent interview from ESPN. "Quote: I respect what he's done. He's kind of battled through it all of it, but he knows he got to play well." Like General Manager Brad Holmes say, so it's not about just putting the stuff around him. He can just be the same person. He knows that uh he gotta up his play as well. I think it's a two-way street, but we're fully behind him, and that's the coach Dan Campbell. And I said no, obviously it was get him some help, make sure he's supported, and put him in the best position to succeed. And I think we've done that. But yeah, he's got to play, and he knows that. Quote: I don't want to say no excuses, but I do think the more weapons and the better resources that you surround your quarterback with is just better, and it helps them out more. Holmes said, "Quote: You can say that for any quarterback. Goff will obviously have more coming into this year. I really admire and appreciate what he did, but what he worked with last year. I wouldn't say it was no excuses, but we just expected him to be set up for success." Do you agree with Brad Holmes? Jared Goff set up for success? Of course he is. I mean, making $30 million, everything don't have to be perfect around you. Let's just be real. Everything don't have to be perfect. But he should have did more. And they was in a lot of games, even without some weapons last year, that he lost personally. You can blame some on the play calling and the decisions to go for it on fourth down, but he was an integral part of losing a lot of those games last year. So, people could say what they want to say, but he was awful. And it just wasn't because of the receivers or the running backs. He made some piss poor decisions, like in the Rams game. I didn't like the play call, but it was a bad decision. You could have won that game. You didn't. The Ravens game, offense piss poor, through the first half. The Lions defense gave them a lot of opportunities last year to get it right. A lot of opportunities to get it right. And they didn't get it right. So I mean we can go back and forth. Y'all can say what y'all want to say about the entire situation, but this year we'll see. We'll see. They got a very digestible schedule this year, and it's winnable. It's winnable. So, um, but I just don't trust them. I mean, you take somebody who couldn't succeed in this perfect situation you can get in LA and put them in Detroit. That's common sense. And Brad Holmes trying to, skip the line and not draft a young quarterback and develop a young quarterback. You know, that's what he's trying to do. And ultimately, you got to get a quarterback. He ain't the guy. I already tell y'all that. We'll find out this season. There'll be some type of built-in excuse from Detroit Lions fans about Jared Goff. Trust me. Mark my words. It'll be some type of lawsuit. Trust me. You know. But like I said before, he is better set up this year for success. And that's the number one thing I said last year that they should have done. And nobody listened. I said, well, you know, number one thing they got to do is surround Jared Goff with weapons. He's making too much money. On nobody on the defensive side making a lot. They got to do this, they got to do that, and they should do this, and they should do that. And lo behold, he ain't had no weapons last year. I told y'all wasn't willing regardless last year. Lions just don't have enough skill. Great. Well, last year didn't have enough great skill position players. Just great players overall. They still don't. It's not enough great players. Not enough stars on this team. You know. So. So. Yeah. So. But it is what it is, man. But yeah, he definitely set up better for success this year. But he was set up for success in LA way better than this. And he still don't do nothing in LA. So it is what it is. So, but I do believe he's set up for success. But I don't like how Brad Holmes tiptoeing around saying it's a make or break season. Put that pressure on your quarterback, and that's one thing. That's one thing that Stafford, they just never wanted to pressure Stafford. You did everything. They did everything to make Stafford comfortable, and it was the same result. There was no standard that Stafford had to be held to. Just being real, there was no standard Stafford had to be held to. Put some pressure on on Jared Goff. Say, yeah, it's a make or break for him. We did everything that we supposed to do to put the proper weapons around Jared Goff. Yeah, we putting pressure on Jared Goff. Yes, we want Jared Goff. We expect Jared Goff to do well this year. Yes, Jared Goff is on the hot seat. If you don't do well, we gotta look elsewhere. You didn't do it in the draft. Come on, they didn't do it in the draft. So, they need to apply some type of pressure to him. Square business. But we'll see. They one injury away from being what they was last year. They did bring in DJ Sharp. We see what happened with Jameson Williams. A lot of people think he should play and all that stuff. Cool. Don't make me no difference. I just don't see this rapid improvement. People get mad because I'm saying that, but everybody letting fucking Hard Knocks hype their head up. This football team ain't no good, bro. I keep saying it. The front seven is atrocious. The running backs, man, Swift and Williams, I seen enough. Especially them being the bell cows, I seen enough. But we'll see. Maybe they turn it around this year. I don't know, but I don't think so. I don't have a record. I'm not predicting nothing. I just see the same mistakes they continue to make. But one mistake that Brad Holmes did make is that he got Jared Goff some help, which he should have did. He's always a day late and a dollar short. And that's what I don't like about Brad Holmes. But I understand he learning on the job. He deserves he deserves time. So I will say that he deserves his time, bro. So yeah, he deserves time to get it together, but he got to be a little bit ahead of the curve. I'm seeing all these mistakes, and he covering the mistakes a year later. You see what I'm saying? Jared Goff should have been strapped up with Jared Goff should have been strapped up with with weapons. That should have just been a foregone conclusion when you first got here. You got to support somebody who struggled last year, especially coming off injuries. Now he did support him with offensive line. Some guys got injured, whatever. I understand that, but they could have did a lot better. They could have did a lot better, um, but like I said before, he looking good in preseason so far. But it's preseason, training camp, joint practices. We'll see, but he can throw the ball though. I will say that, when his feet set, he is accurate. He's very accurate. So I mean, he's a tremendous talent. He's a tremendous talent when he on. So we'll see. Lions fans gonna always make excuses for bums. Um, everybody's sitting there saying, this is the year they're gonna turn around. This, that, and the third. We'll see where we at around week 8. We'll see where we at around week 8. I done seen this story over and over again. I done seen this story over and over again. So I'm not convinced. They got too many holes. But if Anazor can get healthy, Levi Anazor can get healthy, Josh Pascal get healthy, I think they make a world of difference. So, but yeah, I agree with Brad Holmes. He put Jared Goff in the position to be successful. So we'll see. You talking about Shark, Amara Ryan the slot. Had to play a little bit on outside. Josh Reynolds is fantastic for Goff. Hawkinson, who only got a lot of running backs. So we'll see. But hey, let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live and drop a video. Financially, want to support the channel. Cash App, $sign CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link description. Hit the link tree, Twitch, Twitter, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, all inside the link tree. Check the Detroit Lions Talk playlist for more videos like this. Appreciate the love, support, peace.